What's up, everybody? Happy Quarantine Tuesday here in the barn. So this is the second week here. For those of you in Michigan, governor has issued basically like a shelter in place. So basically, other than getting essentials, basically you are confined to your domicile. So actually, I'm still working. We've been working from home now for about a week and a couple days. So let's go ahead here and see who is here in the chat. Just real quick. Got Big D was first. Dank Tanks was second. Anthony's Fishy Friends. Mr. B's Fishing Things. Thank you, Bob Kaler, for filling in for Chris. Chris, hope you feel better soon. With the hashtag 4000. Sand Creek, Danikin, Select Pecs, Pet, Scott Backer, Danikin Aquatics, Sean OOTD, Recon, Daryl Deemer, Scott, how's it going, buddy? GRB Aquatics, Tiffany White, Jay's Better Room, Maria Z, and Katie H, who is in the other part of the house, up the hill. Dragon Lair I see in here, Jessica Taylor, Almost Dawn. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome. And Muppet 929. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead here and kind of give you guys an update on how things are going here. So everyone here is happy and healthy, just kind of quiet. So, hello, Chevy Fish. So yeah, it's been kind of quiet, getting work done. We're still working from home, so kind of business as usual ish for me. My wife's a teacher. She's been sort of teaching, going to meetings and doing that sort of thing. Kids are doing school stuff when they can. And from there, basically, kind of just making it work. So, hello, Daryl. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Always appreciated, never required. So, from our, basically our state of being, it's kind of quiet and kind of low-key. But we're getting stuff done and getting work done. Business is still getting done. So it is what it is. So, excuse me there, guys. So, got a little bit of a surprise today, too, actually. It's going to be part of the show. We over the past couple of days, I've noticed quite a few fry have turned up here in the barn from some stuff that's not bred before. So when we do our walk around, I'll go ahead and show you guys those as well. Definitely, it's mostly like, it's not mostly, it is all live bears, but it's some new stuff that hasn't been spawning. So hopefully those will get going and get them going. Other than that, so Big D smoke is I actually haven't had to change much at all. Tells you how boring and lonely my life is now. I don't know. I think it's just you keep to yourself and it's all good. So, anyways, let's go ahead. I guess we'll do the walk around first. Do have all of the equipment today, so we'll basically go ahead here and get all the stuff. Go through the project progress. We have made some pretty big wholesale changes here in the downstairs part of the barn, which you'll see once we kind of walk around the corner here. There's going to be a couple of tanks missing, and then some fish have been moving around a little bit. There'll be some more going on this weekend. Hello, Chewy. How's it going, buddy? So we'll go ahead and get, walk through everything, take a look at it, and give you guys kind of an update. Yeah, I think it has something to do with springs. I remember last spring, too, there was things that made babies and spawned and did all that thing. So definitely interested in getting that going. Jen H says you can work in the house instead of hiding in the barn, and your life won't be boring. It's not boring. Not boring here. So hey Bob, how's it going? Thanks for leading everybody in. So let's go ahead here and grab a walk and take a look at what's going on. All right, it looks like we have audio, so we should be good to go there. And I will make. Hey Ed, how's it going, buddy? So I will try not to make you guys dizzy. So first things first. You notice here the tank with the Lemias up here has moved upstairs. Hold on, sorry about that, guys. And then down here we've actually set up a new tank. It's a 55-gallon I had in storage. Had to do some resealing work on it, but it is kind of almost ready to go. And probably will move fish tomorrow sometime. But what's going to go in here is these guys over here, and we're going to have to meander away over here. And these guys actually spawned as well, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see fry or not, but these over here are the Jarnictus multiradiatus, and I saw some fry floating around in here earlier, but these are the golden sailfin gadiad, and these guys require really cold water, like 70 degrees. So obviously there are some seasonal temperature swings in here, and we're going to have to keep these guys cool. So what better place to keep them cool than in the lowest part of the barn down here. So the next fish I want to show you, and there actually is some fry you can see, is these are the golden teddies. These are the and I'm not going to say the Latin name, I don't have it in front of me and I'll butcher it, so I won't, but it's the golden teddy. So you can see these are a little micro live bear. They get to be about an inch or so, but there are some tiny little fry in here. Right up front there, that little guy right there is a fry. So looking forward to getting those guys going. The Blue Star Endlers, or the Black Bar Endlers, are doing good as well. I mean, these guys have been going since the get-go. So definitely pretty cool. All right, let's take a walk through here. All right, It's like we got some more folks in the chat. We got Pam's here. Fishy Fun 57 as well. Let's go ahead here and we will walk by the camera. So these guys here, these are the Jardinictus multiradiatus. I did clean a lot of the duckweed out of their tank today because I'm going to film this for the next video. So, kind of put the shine on this one a little bit. But there are some fry in here as well. So let's, right there, we'll find them right there. There's a, no, that's the male, but right up there, there you go. So there's the male. I'm going to change the focus on this, hold on. She's better, so you can see the little fry there. But this colony's going quite good now. Eventually I am going to have to, I really do want to get the black. So if we go, nope, can't get that close, but there's the guys with the black bottom. So some fry there. All right, the last fry, and actually we'll talk about this. I'll turn around here in a second and I'll show you what's going on. All right, and oh, there's 4 of them now. So we've got some Gadiid fry here. And so these are the Xenotania resolane leopard Gadiids. And actually, I got these fry from Sergeant Tank probably about 8 months ago. So these are the parents down here who were fry when I got them and put them in this tank. And now we've got the fry up here. So we've kind of completed the circle here, which is kind of a cool thing. So so anything else? These guys are still doing good. The guppies here. These are the gold deltas. The mystery shrimp are fine. And we've got these guys as well. These guys are about ready to go upstairs. These are the next ones to go. I am going to have to do some quote-unquote culling. Basically what I'm going to do is, if you see the females in here that are not, they should have a half black body, and the ones that don't are going to go with the muck guppies. So, and we'll do another update real quick on nothing else on here. So let's go ahead and head on upstairs. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, almost forgot. So if you notice here, they're the 250, the 40 breeder here, and the 55 on top are no longer here. And I've decided to kind of open this space up a little bit, kind of make this like the work area, and then upstairs it's going to be all the tanks. So kind of like we've been talking about a little bit if you've been following along with the stream. So this is now opened up. Kind of like it a lot better. It's a lot nicer footprint in here. So coming along. So this is all the wood that we've torn out from everything. Got a lot of organizing and stuff to do still, but we'll get there. Heading on up here now. So we've been adding tanks to the rack here. Let me take a look here. I think you guys saw these last week, but if you didn't, we do have some Limia Peruzzi fry as well. So definitely some fry coming along here in the barn. So let's whip around to the other side now. All right, so we've added a tank down here. So the 40 breeder, that was down here, or that was down in the bottom upstairs, is now moved up here with the, these guys have the Bumblebee Gadiids, which are the Alitoka Dugesi. So grab a look at that real quick. So I had a nice piece of driftwood I could put in here. And let's see if we can get close enough to that one. So, and then got this all opened up in here. And we moved the Goodea Atropinus down here into this. I think this is like a 33 long, maybe, or like a, not sure. This is actually a sump, and I actually took it apart and made it back into a tank. Maybe it's just a 29. I'm not sure. I'll have to measure it. So definitely, kind of like the mixed gravel here. Looks kind of cool. So, but these guys are got the Pogostemon stellatus octopus in here, which does quite well. And then let's go ahead and flip around here. And any other updates? So I have not moved the fish that escaped from the breeder box yet. So we have a mix in here of basically these are purple ACI Cuban Limias, and I'm hoping when I bagged all the convicts up that were in here and took them to the auction, that I got all the convicts. So hopefully it's just Limias and ACIs, but time will tell. So I'm gonna have to let this tank grow out a little bit and then figure out who's who. And I mean, most of them I can figure out now probably, but I mean, obviously, let me see if I can find the Cuban Limia in here for you. Those are almost. Not coming out right now, but they're very apparent. So, all right. So I think that's about it for the tour for now. Everything else kind of is as it's been. This is another tank I need to do some work on. There's a random shell dweller in here that I got to pull out of here and go with the other shellies back there. And other than that, we're kind of status quo other than the fry updates. Obviously, there's some cleaning to do, some lights and stuff to get put up. And one big thing that's going to be coming is the auto water change system has to be restarted. So I got to run the auto water change system down the length here. So gotta get that figured out, get that going. Shouldn't be a big deal, but that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, so this is all, I'm really liking having this all open. So we got some room to maneuver in here. I took all the auto water change pipes used to run through here. I moved all of that. It's going to end up probably going. Use some plug something too.
Well, I saw Big Daddy while I was under his desk.
Okay.
So you're putting that back.
I'm gonna have to. There's probably like a heater or something. All right, so let me get situated here. So,
I hate it. You're mean. You said that I forgot. You did my spot. Gross. You're a big one.
oh,
You're gross.
hey, Lumpy, let's not talk about Easter Bunny. All right, let's get back to. All right, so we are. All right, let's go ahead and check up with the chat here. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so Select Pet. Got one thing about being stuck at home is there are more time in the fish room. He's got 4 spawns. Congratulations on the carrots for sure. Um, so I don't know, Jay's better room. Sorry about the sorry about the camera. All right. Yeah, that tank is steam fought blue. It came that way. It's acrylic, so I can't change it. So hello, Teresa Cookie. Thank you. Um, don't believe it's an Acris, Bob. We're not allowed to have an Acris in Michigan, so it is not an Acris. So, um, so go ahead here and catch up here. No, actually, Bob, no one has actually been here. I've not had any visitors, so it's actually been more of a mess than it is now. So, unfortunately, it's kind of been what it is. You know. All right, so I got Bob Kaler with the $10 super sticker. Thank you very much. So. Okay. So Dragon Lair doesn't feel so bad after seeing mine. Yeah, I mean, basically this is a breeding room, so we do a lot of breeding in here. So there aren't a whole lot of show tanks in here. I mean, focus in here, it's making fish. So, yeah, so, yeah, I scheduled it last night, Teresa, so I don't know why it's not giving notifications. Hello, Mank Fish Keeper, how's it going? So we're talking about Lowe's. Let's see. So I mean, so all right. So Sean, thank you, Sean. Yeah, we're working on getting it cleaned up in here. It is probably cleaner than it's been in a while, but I've been moving stuff around so the boxes are piled until I can go through it. So. So Lumpy Dog asked me for my address. He told me somewhere in the UP. LOL, Michigan jokes. Yep. Been to the Upper Peninsula a couple times. It's a different place. So thank you, Moonstone. So let's go ahead now and hit the Facebook posts of the week, and then maybe we'll go take another walk in a little bit. So I thought this one was an interesting question. Centerpiece fish for a 5-gallon with emerald dwarf rasboras. This one I was kind of tough because yeah, it took me a minute to kind of come up with an answer for it. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. But I was kind of thinking either guppies or or a betta. Those were the two things I was thinking. So, all right. So they're talking about what Home Depot and Lowe's doesn't. Dwarf gourami is another one. So Jen H is talking about only clean when the lights are on. Scarlet Battis is definitely another one. Yeah, so what Jen H is talking about is I decided to go walk back to the barn last night at about 11 o'clock at night with the in the dark, and I ran into a one of the many plastic barrels I have outside, and scratched up my legs pretty good as I fell over on one of them and summarily destroyed it. So that's pretty. That's the story with that. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. Moonstone with the 5 gallon. Moonstone's the 5 gallons pretty stocked with the Rasboras already. That's true. Rice Fish is another one. Yeah, so there are some breeding projects I got to get going on. Here, I need to move you away from the angelfish tank because the duckweed is thick now. Sorry, I was being anal. Sorry. Rice Fish is a good one. So let's go ahead and anyone watching this on the replay, go ahead and leave what you think in the comments. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think. All right, so this one has already been covered. So I believe Sean Peck talked about this. Peck Tech. If you've not checked out his channel, definitely check him out as well. So basically, there's been some talk on the internet. So apparently, somebody self-medicated with chloroquine phosphate to treat the coronavirus based on some information that have been floating around on the internet. I know that this has been used in the saltwater for sure for some diseases like velvet. I think it was velvet and maybe Brooklynella. But I know I've had it floating around in here in the fish room, but at times I don't have any now, but I definitely wouldn't be taking it. For obvious reasons. I mean, I think Sean covered it pretty well in his stream. But basically, fish meds are not manufactured to the same way that a human med would be. So I think it's pretty, in my opinion, pretty obvious that you shouldn't take stuff, that's, that's meant for your fish tank. You shouldn't be taking that for yourself. I would think that's fairly obvious, but you never know. I'm not gonna go start down in some formalin. Hey, let's go ahead and clear it out. So, I'm sorry this gentleman passed away, but at the same time, you shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't get caught up in the hysteria that's been around the quote unquote sickness, we'll call it. But yeah, that's just not a good idea. All right, so the next one, we're going to go salty for a moment. So there's a gentleman that's been on the forums in the saltwater world for quite a long time. His name is Paul B. And this reef tank, his reef tank is now turned 49 years old this month, which I think is a pretty awesome accomplishment considering so Sean, I'll get you a question right now. So that's Sean OOTD. That's crazy. I don't know the backstory of this. What was the reason behind him thinking this would work? So there was a test run somewhere else in the world that said that chloroquine, which is actually used to treat malaria, was a possible cure for, I believe it was like France or somewhere in Europe, but don't quote me on it. Was effective in reducing the coronavirus symptoms and helping to treat it. So that's where the gentleman got it from. But it's not such a great idea. So, but yeah, this tank, I remember when this tank turned 40, there was, so I think if you go through the link there on Reef to Reef, show the history and everything on that tank. I didn't go to it, but I'm sure it is. Sure it's there. So Big D Smoke. Yeah, I'm not going to get into what the president said, didn't say. I know he did make comments as well, but take that for what you will. So I thought that was pretty cool. I know it's the salty side of the world, but I would figure to share that with you guys. I mean, the funny thing is, people knew nothing about saltwater back, 49 years ago. I mean, it was like the Stone Ages, and they didn't know about nitrogen cycles. They didn't know how to keep corals. I mean, people in the 80s were still killing corals left and right trying to keep them. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, so apparently somebody in Florida is saying it helped them. Okay. Uh, the Mank Fish Keeper, hey guys, I just sold my fourth set of guppy fry within the last week. Breeding and investing in fish breeding paid off. Yep. Check out, you guys who are interested in that, I would say check out, um, who is it? Wow. Aquarium Co-op. Duh. Check out Aquarium Co-op and the Breeding Fish for Profit. He actually did a live stream last week, which was pretty good. Kind of like the second part of the series, I'll call it. But definitely some good stuff. Hey, Rack, how's it going, buddy? So Rack has started an art, I would say, collection. I guess that's probably not the right word for it, on Etsy. So if you're into, I would call it modern fish art, check out Rack stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. So definitely check out Rack for sure. And I thought this one was kind of funny. So this is when my fish, when they find out I'm in quarantine instead. So I darn near changed the thumbnail to this, and maybe I should have, but I thought this was pretty funny. So there's a yes, guppies do mate all day. So cool. Thanks, Rack, for sending out the print. Let's see what else I can show you guys. He must brush his teeth regularly. Yeah. So I darn near made this a thumbnail, and maybe I should have, but I think the angelfish might be getting ready to spawn again. Hold on. Let me turn the camera over to the angelfish, and I think they're up to something. Hold on. So let's get the camera over to the angelfish quietly. Sorry, guys. Let's see how close we can get. That's look at that is. So yeah, when they spawn, they get all colored up like that. They're usually pretty. Their black barring is pretty bland. But when they get in spawning mode, they turn this bright black on the bars. So we'll see if they do anything or not. If not, they're getting ready to. So oh yeah, hold on. That should fix it. Sorry about that, guys. I had both mics on. So apparently, they're not going to. See the. Sorry about that, guys. And what are you gonna do? You gonna go over there? You could feed a small army with the duckweed in there. So they know we're watching them. So they're not going to do anything now. A 24/7 stream to watch for breeding. That'd be funny. You know, we could get the, the color commentary since there isn't, since there isn't sports on. The angelfish is now getting into breeding position. Get the Joe Buck or get so something like that. But they know we're watching them. So they're not going to do anything. We'll turn the camera off of them. And maybe at some point, Jay's Bedroom, today's not the day to do it, but maybe at some point we'll do a 24-hour, stream. I mean, unfortunately, there's going to be a time when it's in the dark. So it's going to be kind of boring. You guys watching a black fish tank, but... that'd be kind of interesting in a way. So, yeah, they won't do it now. Yeah, they won't do it. But we'll ignore them for a minute and see what they're doing. I can watch them on the TV screen over here. So. Yeah, they completely lightened up. It's kind of funny. So, Chevy fishes I won't breed with anyone watching either. Yeah, most people don't. I mean, I think if you do, that's a different thing, I think. So, let me see if anything else that I can show you guys. I'm gonna flip the camera over here for a minute. Oh, we spooked them. Shoot, I was gonna try to catch the Victorians, but they got spooked. All right, let's go ahead and I guess we'll see what other hijinks we can find. So. So let's go hunt around, see what else we can find. All right, let's go ahead and I guess we'll take another walk and see what else we can find, do some updates and some other stuff floating around here. So, nothing much going on with the Geophagus tank. So, the 245 is doing good though, because these guys are all kind of just hanging out. This tank's been kind of there's some fry kind of hanging out in this too, and this is a mess. But there are some These are the Kalani swords that are now gone, obviously, because they were putting the camera in their face. Let me just slide this over. We'll go look at some other things over here. So obviously we're gonna have to find something to do with this, but I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do. I swear there's gotta be baby plecos in here somewhere. Because the plecos, if you see this right here, the plecos that are in here will cave up in there. And I caught a baby pleco in here one time, but I don't know where they go. They might be in the sump. These are the Victorian fry. These are the Pundamilia nairi. So these guys have been growing these guys out. Got the these are the 24 karat gold guppies. So obviously you can see the female is still hit, even though we lost the male. Got plenty of fry here as well. And then let's head over to, let's see, we got Black Moscows over here. And we have this Lone Shelly that's in here. I gotta find some more of these. And I have the name over here. Yeah. Lamprologus ornata pinus. So that's what this guy is. We gotta get him some friends because he's kind of lonely in here by himself. But I've not been able to locate any. Oh, we found half. Look at that. Hold on, we got half beak action. There we go. Oh, they're half beaks. We got. This is the most I've seen of them. So we have some half beak action here. So got the rice fish here. And then there's the random platy I gotta fish out when I move these upstairs. Let's see what else we got going on. Not sure what I'm gonna put down here yet. This is just here because this was a good place to put it, but don't know yet what we're gonna do there. And then we do have to find homes for another fish downstairs. These are, I mean, obviously I'm not going to keep them in this, but this is the, these are the rainbow Gadias, the Cracodon lateralis. So I need to find a good tank to put down here with them. So somewhere close to the bottom as well, kind of like the other Gadiads. All right. Let's go wander and see what upstairs and see what else we got. So So these are the guys from the last video. These are the Curviceps. So these are the Latocara Curviceps. Let's see if we can catch anything else. So, all right. So these are the Dwarfberry Widows. We're going to be talking about these guys in next Sunday's video. So these are the pick these up at the Akron auction. Let's see what other. Yeah, I'm really wanting to get these guppies going too. So get those in there so you guys can see. Right here. Sorry, anyways. know the tank's kind of dirty, but so. And these guys colored up quick. These Tropheus Red Bemba. Like, I got them home and they're like, you know, they're colored up. They're starting to color already. So, and we've got the Shellys in here too. And that seems to be working out okay. So there's not, you know, no one's gone real haywire. So, you know, we got some algae to clean up in some of these, obviously. I'm happy to see these guys out a little bit too. These platies. These are the spike-tail platies. So sure you can hear the air pump. And then these are actually some of my favorites. These are the species 44 tiger limias. Now let's see if we have any eggs in here. Those might be eggs in there. I'm not. You guys won't be able to see it. But let's see what we got in here. Oh, we did find some more fry. We did find these. Sorry, these had fry too. These are the the tuxedo guppies. And see what else we got. This is a breeding project I need to get my act together on. These are the Panther Danios. So I need to get these guys in a tank with some marbles and see what I can get going with those. The tank's kind of dirty. I didn't really clean it for this, but the Beta Edathae are in there doing well. And we've got our friends, the flashers, that we talk about quite a bit. But blackfin flashers are in here. And we've got the dwarf Merry Widow. The wibbles are in there that we can't find them yet. So since we're here, let's see if we can find some fry of the Xenotoka dodroi. Let's see if these guys have dropped anything yet. Not seen any. So, but we'll take a look at the male while he's sticking his nose up there in our face. So people say Gadians aren't colorful. Check that out. I mean, that's pretty cool, I think. You know. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll go back to the. Oh, these guys are out too. I'll show you these. These are the Micropicilia picta. These are the swamp guppies. I might need to add some salt to these, but I did see some fry in here at one point, so I'm not sure. I'll have to poke around in here on this one. And then these are the ones that I got at the OCA as well. These are the Horatio Dominguez. These are wild caught. So, looking forward to getting these guys all fired up too. So that's kind of it for the moment. One thing I am kind of thinking of doing, so we have this tank here. This is the Santa Maria Endlers. I am thinking about downsizing these like 29 maybe. I mean, I do like the 75, but there's a lot of Endler to make up that 75 gallon. So, I mean, they're looking good. I'm getting some interesting things though. I'll show you. Oh, there's shrimp there, and there are the shrimp in here. But They are throwing something interesting if I can find it. If I can find one of them, I'll show them to you. I'm gonna have to pull them out. Oh, it's right there. There's like it's almost like an albino. So if you check that guy out right there, let's go up. We'll go up here. That guy right there. He's like an albino Santa Maria. He's like a white. He's like all white. It's kind of funny looking. But I may pull him out and see if I can get that to replicate. And then, just so you guys can see, this is where these turquoise guppies really shine, is the top-down view. So if you see the males, you can see that blue color from the top. That's where those guys really, really stand out. And then, I also got to pull a ton of fry out of these cichlids. I mean, there's still, I mean, the one's been holding for like 3 weeks now. So she's probably about ready to spit. There's another one in here too. Yeah, there's that one too. And I got yellow labs in here too. They're like, I gotta, so. So I got a bunch of fry I've got to get out too. And then I've got all my breeding stuff here in basically a hydrogen peroxide solution, kind of cleaning it out. Gonna finish cleaning it up tomorrow and get that rolling too. Let's see what else we got here. Put you guys back at the angelfish. Oh, sorry guys. Crap. I forgot to turn on the mic. So let me go back and start off where I left off after I've been rambling for like 10 minutes here. So, all right. All right. So Bob was asking what the next hot fish was. So I know I've got 3 minutes. Does anyone know if Dr. Black's going on? So, so Sean, is it Kagoma or Zambia? Mine did not have a location, so I can't tell you. Yeah, I forgot to unmute the mic. So, yeah, so basically, you kind of it kind of happens organically. Was my ending point on Bob's question on what the next hot fish will be. It kind of, I mean, you got to kind of watch the big YouTubers, watch Corey, watch Joey, maybe Zenzo. Zenzo kind of started the Tazawa Tanks kind of started the mud skipper thing. Maybe John from KG Tropicals might pick up something that they'll get hot. Maybe Rachel. Those are the people that kind of drive the market, sort of. So we'll see what they come up with. I mean, maybe it's going to be some sort of micro live bear. Who knows? I know when we were looking at the black chin live bear, I know Corey mentioned those. He likes those a lot, and those are in his fish room. Things like the dwarf Mary Widow, which we kind of glanced at, but we didn't really spend a lot of time with. So Blackie heard his name, so I guess he's he left all my fish to Bob. Don't know that if I did that. So. So it is 9:59. So we are gonna kind of finish it up here. So we can get the good Dr. Black on. But stay tuned for Sunday's video. We are going to talk about the micro live bearers. So should be exciting to see. A lot of people haven't seen or kept these fish, so I am kind of excited to show them off a little bit. So, all right. So that being said, if you guys go ahead and stay safe out there, stay away from the. So Dr. Black says to keep rolling a little bit. All right. So we'll go ahead and roll here for another 5-10 minutes. Blackie, let me know when you're ready, and we'll go ahead and jump off and let you go. But does mine have spots or mostly pink and yellow? So let's go ahead and take a look. We'll go pop the camera over there, Sean, and take a look at that guy again. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the camera. Looks like the audio is working. So let's go ahead and grab the. Go take a look at that Ornata Pinus again. Look at those two. What is she? Oh, she unbelieved the heater. All right. Oh, we lost the light. Hold on. Actually, we got enough light to see it. All right. Hold on 1 second here, guys. We'll go pop the lights back on. Yeah, we could do a dark fishing tour. All right. 1 second. We will get the lights back on here. Alright, we now have light. Alright, let's do this again. Sorry there, fishies. So there is the Ornata pinus right there. Let me see. Here's the bag. Nothing. I gotta put him in the system. Some food. See if he comes out now. Come on. You know there's food over there. Best I can get. I think he's kind of a juvie too. So I'll hunt around for one. Oh. There. Alright, so Moonstone synopsis of what happened. Basically, I really answered Bob's question about the sorry, switch mics. So I basically answered the question about what the next hot fish would be. Basically, you're gonna have to follow the big YouTubers and see what they get and what kind of takes off. So not really sure exactly what what's gonna go. I mean, I think mud skippers will continue to get hot, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on from there. So. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead. We're going to sign it off here because lights are off and we can't get a hold of the fish, so we'll go ahead and sign it off here, and we'll turn it over to Dr. Black. But stay safe out there, guys. Don't get involved in the virus and all that stuff. Doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. Stay home, stay clean, wash your hands, all the stuff you're supposed to do. So that being said, stay fishy, keep on breeding, and we'll see you next Tuesday night, 9 p.m., and we'll see you Sunday morning for Sunday's video. So have a good night, and take care, everybody.